Hello everyone, and welcome. I'm VelvettB, and today we are going to be doing a speed build of this little beauty here. So I don't know, I just had this build in my head. It's not something I had an inspiration for. There's not a sim I had built for or made for this house or anything like that. I don't know, it's just my brain just kind of fixated on this style house. I think I must have seen it somewhere, and then I just kind of had it like stuck in my brain, and I was just like, right, I'm gonna have to build it and get it out of my brain. So this is what this build is basically today. It's just me getting this build out of my brain, but I really liked how this came together. I think it was a really nice build in the end, and if you know me at all, you'll know that I am a sucker for a contemporary or a modern build because I love them. And I really like the shape that I got on the front. I think that came together really nicely, and I liked the way that it all came it all shaped together with the roof and that sort of thing. Like, I felt like it was quite daring doing the roof that I did and the color that I did. So I don't know if that's going to be for everyone. I did feel a little bit risky going in that direction, but I wanted to do it, so I did it. So landscaping wise, I kept it pretty simple and contemporary. So I used sort of the terrain paint to create that brown background, and then just brought in sort of ferns and grasses. So that is, as far as landscaping goes, kind of the garden for people who kind of really want something low maintenance. Not necessarily that they're not into gardening, but perhaps they're quite busy, and they want something that is low maintenance, easy to care for, but looks good at the same time. So that was kind of the vibe I was going for with the landscaping with this build. Just something simple, easy to care for, and very contemporary. So as always, I do like to get the landscaping in before I lift the house up. Just because it means that I can get the landscaping in really nicely against the house if I need to, without the foundation getting in the way. So this is quite an interesting colouring for me. I don't know. I think I have seen like a picture or something, and it's just like stayed in my mind just with the way that the colours are. And I just sort of captured that, and it was just in my head. So I'm just starting to do the glass up above the on the roof. Just like up above the roof. No, that doesn't make sense. In the roof. So I'm doing separate roofing sections for the glass because obviously we don't need the whole roof being glass. So you can sort of see that coming together there. So I'm going to have the glass coming down on one side, and then a window, so you can sort of see that there, the window going in there. So it's like a whole glass side on one side of the roof / eaves / porch area. I don't know how to describe that, but I thought that was quite cool. And I actually used the really thick roof trim. Like, I hardly ever use that. It's just like, it's too thick, but I felt like it really worked with this build. So I sort of brought that in. I thought that would be quite interesting. So I ran with that. I thought that was quite cool. So I have created like a little raised area in the center of the pool. I had it in my head that it was going to be an L-shaped pool. And I just wanted like a little platform area there, and then I'm just going to build a garden around that as well, because hey, why not? There wasn't much else that I could do with that space anyway, so a garden kind of made sense. Because I can't actually have the platform running off the house for the reason that it is obviously different height things, and can't do it. So I needed to have a space between the platform and also the house. So that's why I did it like I have, with a little garden around the edge. But I mean, it looks good. So by moving the platform out of the way, it's just sort of the same idea as having the foundation low and then raising it up. It does shift the plants around if you are moving the platform out again. or shifting it around again, but that's easily fixed. So I am just doing like a simple pool area with your lounges and a couple of tables, and then I decided that I wanted to put in some nice lighting in the pool. I wasn't working to a budget or anything like that, so I could do that. I did want to change the color of the pool as well, so I do like to do that now and then if I'm particularly with a contemporary home. It does just sort of change the sort of the vibe of the look of the pool, and I changed the color of the actual water as well into sort of that greeny shade, which I think is quite nice and luxe. So under the tree in the backyard, I just wanted to create like a little seat area, and then I was started putting in like the barbecue and stuff, and then I realized I needed like a little bit more of a space out there. I'm using columns just to edge the edge just to edge the edge of those little porch areas. I just felt like it's just like a little tidy up kind of thing more than anything. So yeah, so I put this barbecue in, and I realized that I didn't really have a good seating area, because if you're going to put a barbecue in, it makes sense to have outdoor seating or an outdoor seating area. So that's sort of why I extended that out into the yard. It's not like a kid's home or anything. It's not designed to be a kid's home, so I didn't think about adding anything sort of kid-friendly into the house. It's going to be a 2-bedroom. I was kind of thinking, this is what I was actually thinking I would use this build for initially, and then I got carried away and I spent too much money. I was initially thinking I would use that for maybe one of my set of twins from my 100 baby challenge. So I was thinking this would be for twins, so they would have a bedroom each, blah blah blah, live there, it's their sort of starter home. But then I decided I didn't want to do a budget. So it's going to be an expensive first home for the twins if they move in there, but we'll see. It's like 80, I think it's ended up being about 80 something thousand simoleons. So yeah, a little bit beyond the probably the maximum, which would be 40,000. So maybe I just need to build a 40,000 simoleon house for two Sims to move into. This is probably a second home, I think, rather than a first home. That's what I feel like. So it's either got like a spare bedroom if it's a couple, or maybe it's a couple of couples moving in together. Maybe you want to just like rent out the other room using the for rent pack. Whatever you like. Once again, I'm using the Home Chef Hustle kitchen. If I'm doing a contemporary home, it's really, really difficult not to use that pack. It really is. This is not a limited pack build either. I just went for it with this, so it's all sorts of packs there. But yeah, it is super hard for me to not use the Home Chef Hustle kitchen in a contemporary home. It's really hard. So I decided to actually put in a fireplace. I thought that would be cute. I'm not particularly great, I feel like, at remembering to put in fireplaces. Same with laundries. I often forget that as well, but I am working on that to make it sort of like a very full, comprehensive home. And fireplaces are, kind of cozy and nice, and they're lovely to have. So I am creating like I use the half wall just to create like a little entrance area and just sort of give it a bit of a division between the living area and the entrance area. It just felt a little bit off with the way the entrance came in, just to have it just going straight into the living room. So I just wanted to create that little I guess sensation of it being an entrance area without creating a whole different room. And that's what's good about putting in a half wall for that. So did like a couple of little seats going in there. I sort of had that big wide space by the windows, and I really wasn't sure what to do with that space for a while. So I was just kind of worked on different areas of the living room while I thought about it. And then I was like, you know what, if I put like an extra seat in there and like a little table, that kind of does fill that space, so that's what I just ended up going with. As far as the artwork goes, I kept it simple and sort of monochrome on the artwork. So see, space filled. Ta-da! Just like that. And you're gonna kind of like you've got your cozy around the fire living area, and then you've got your looking out over the beautiful view living area. So you kind of got like a couple of options there. Like it's a good sized living space, which is nice. So into the kitchen again, and I just wanted to add like a little bit of clutter there. So just doing the wall clutter, some of my favorite wall clutter, which is from Cool Kitchen and Home Chef Hustle. So basically they have the best wall clutter for kitchens. Not to say they have the only wall clutter, because they don't, but they do have a good wall clutter. This is me just because I use the lift up option. I did want to check that the vase wasn't floating, because for some reason those vases from Cool Kitchen don't actually sit on the counters sometimes. So I don't know what that's about. Well, you just work around it, don't you? And yeah, just finishing off, I ended up fussing around with that little kitchen island just because I kind of, when I put the stuff on there, it just kind of ended up on one side rather than central. So just fussed around with it for a little bit, but got it there in the end. Okay, so I was just filling out the last spaces with some little bit of decorative items, which put us into the first of the bathrooms. And you'll never guess what, Velvet remembered the laundry as well as the fireplace. I am just on fire today. I did all right. I was like, yeah, I was really happy with myself. I was like, I remember the laundry, I remembered the fire, and I remembered the rubbish bins, and I think I remembered the letterbox too. So, you know, I was doing all right. So there's actually 2 bathrooms in this build, 2 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms. So each of the bathrooms are an ensuite. But obviously the one with the laundry in there, well, it's actually 2 entrances to each of the bathrooms. So it's kind of accessible via the living room and accessible via the bedroom as well. They are 3x3 bathrooms, so they're you know, a decent size without being huge, and you can fit like quite a lot into a 3x3 bathroom. So that's what I did. I put a lot in there. But yeah, 2 access points. So it is, they do serve as an ensuite, or they are accessible by, you know, guest sims and that sort of thing. I mean, they would be accessible anyway, but still. In the second bathroom, I did a bigger bath, because I think I did a shower in the other bathroom, because I did have a bath, but I think I changed that to a shower. I was too busy talking about something else. And then in this one, I did the big bath with the little bits of clutter on there. So it looks like I'm using all the same clutter, which I am. But by the time I'm finished with this, because I changed the colors on the clutter, it actually looks like a whole lot of different clutter, which I think works really nicely. It doesn't look all samey. So because I used the nice big corner bath, I put in the nice little toilet, and then a little counter on the side, and then I was able to fit like a shelf in that last corner, which didn't have anything in it. So, you know, just using the space nicely. And then I think that's just about the bathroom there. Oh yeah, just a mat. I think that's about done. So that leads us on to the first of the bedroom. So yeah, I was working on what I'm going to put in each of the bedrooms. So I think I went with like a little bit more modern luxe in one of the rooms, and I think maybe a little bit more high school years in another. I didn't set out to specifically do that, but just sometimes you have bedroom sets, right? And it works. Basically. So, you know, you just kind of go for it, and it is easier when you do have a set and it all works really nicely together. You can sort of pull it all together a lot easier. Sometimes it does work better when you do sort of just mix and match, but in this case I didn't, because you know, those are 2 sets that do work really nicely together. Obviously I did different things from different sets for different stuff, but for the main items, which is your bed, your nightstands, and your dressers, I did use all high school years in this particular build. So I am just working out how to get a computer. That's the word I'm going for. A computer into the rooms, and I wanted to put something on the wall as far as books and stuff goes, but to the hanging bookshelves that we actually get in the game, I want some really good like I guess I could have used the Book Nook kit one. Oh well. I do like to move my custom ones. Those are nice. And this is just me fixing the colour because I realised it was all sort of black when I had a white bed. But I did want to do like a contrast chair. So that was a deliberate choice. But the others, I just decided that it actually looked not quite so right. Having the black furnishings with the white bed. Like the white bed was just off by itself. So it kind of looked a little bit odd. So this is just me creating, I guess, balance in the room as far as the colours go. Okay, so moving on to the second and the last room in the build, we have our Modern Luxe room. So this is where I will use all the Modern Luxe bits and pieces because that makes sense. The Modern Luxe chairs and the Modern Luxe nice Modern Luxe plants. You know, all the stuff. Not the mirror though. I mean, I used the mirror, but I also, it didn't come with a wall mirror that you can put above the dresser, so I'm using the Parenthood one on that one. And little bits of extra clutter, because obviously the Modern Luxe kit was a kit and didn't come with absolutely everything you need for a modern room. But, you know, there's enough in The Sims 4 that you can sort of mix and match and make it work. I was trying something else at the table, and then it just wasn't working. I'm just like, oh, I'm just going to do the same as the other room, but I will do something else above the desk. I actually had in my head to use there's like a periodic table that you get with high school years. I just couldn't remember at the time the pack, so I ended up having to scroll through a whole lot of stuff because I kind of thought, you know, maybe they're a science major at a university and they're studying sciences. It's kind of the vibe I was going for. So once again, just keeping it sort of black and white. I love black and white in the room, so it came together nicely. So this is the exterior of the build. So this is how it all came together. We've got like a lovely fountain around the front. There's like a little seating area there as well. So, you know, you can hang out around the front and enjoy the view, enjoy the peace. Very, very chill and lovely, you know, but modern at the same time. Oh, such a pretty house. I like it. I like how it came out. I did actually put like little roof caps along the top as well, just to sort of complement the fact that I use the thicker roof trim. I don't think that's something I talked about, but I did. So moving around, you can sort of see the pool and the pool area and how the house came together. I think we're going to move inside in a second. Oh, that's the floor plan there. So I don't always remember to take pictures of the floor plan. And then moving inside. So it's very open on the living, dining, kitchen, which is a very modern concept as well. And something that in smaller houses I will quite often do too. It just gets quite small if you do enclose each of the rooms. So it just, you know, gives it an area feel, I think, having the open living. And then there's a beautiful kitchen area from Home Chef Hustle. I love their kitchen so much. And our sweet little dining area. I actually went with growing together on the dining. I just like the contrast of the wood and the white. Then into the first of the bathrooms, which has a laundry and the shower, and then moving into the second bathroom, which has the bath. So you've got the options in the house if you want to have a nice bath, if you want to have a nice shower, and you can wash your clothes. This is the first of the bedrooms. This is a Modern Luxe bedroom. So black and white, got the computer. This is our science major. And yeah, I think this is a really nice bedroom. You've got the beautiful view of the pool. And then coming around to the last bedroom, and this is more of your bookish, maybe humanities student. Lucky for them if this is student accommodation. And that's our build. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.